Mary. I just want to make another video for you for your interview to help prepare you to pass that first stage of the VIPKID process. I do have a complete interview demo video and a mock class boot camp that you can watch, but this is going to be a top 10 tips for you to pass the interview stage. The first thing, number 10, see how I'm using TPR, total physical response, I'm using my hands. 10 is TPR. You want to use your hands. You cannot talk to these children in China with a lot of words and language, so you have to use your hands to talk to them and get their attention. When you're speaking, you can put your hand here. When you want them to respond, you put it up here. You do a lot of high fives, fist bumps. Talk to them using your hands. Hold up your hands for numbers, counting, anything like that. Anytime you can use your hands, use your hands. If you're trying to get them to circle something, don't say, "Can you circle the T?" Go ahead, circle the T. They don't know. So you say, circle, circle, circle T, circle, and show them on the screen if they don't get it. Now, if they circle right away, then you don't need to demo it. You do need to demo if they don't, like if they look at you confused and they don't know how to circle, then go ahead and circle the T on the screen to show them that. And so demo is important, right? You want to demonstrate it to them a little bit, but once they get it, you don't do it for them every time. You will get points taken away for that. So once you've demoed it one time, you don't keep showing them how to circle and doing it for them. Let them do it. But use your hands, draw a line, and show them a line. Show them what you mean. That's the biggest way to communicate with them. The next thing, number 9 is your attitude. You've got to have a good attitude. And part of that is not only being exciting and energetic, that's one of my other tips for you for the top 10, but is to have a good rapport with the camera. You don't want to look down, be looking for something, and then be like, "Oh, F, there it is." No, you don't do that. You have all your props where you can reach them, so you don't have a lot of awkward silence or moments where you're looking, away, like, I don't know what to do next, or you're looking at the lesson. Practice it enough that you know what's next and that you can do it without looking down, because even when I'm doing this video and I'm demonstrating that, it feels a little awkward, right? Because I'm not looking at you. So if you're going to use a pig, you have it right there. You don't look, "Oh, there's my pig, hold on." You don't want to go off camera. Those are all bad things. So if you're going to use a pig, P is for pig, then by all means use the pig, but don't have to look for it. Have it right there where you can pull it up, okay? Number 8 is keep it neat. I mean, you and your background. You don't want to have a messy desk showing. I'm not sure how that would even happen with the laptop cameras or the camera, but you don't want to have your desk showing. You don't want to have all kinds of busyness going on back here. Just keep it simple. Those of you that can craft, I mean, bless you. I am jealous of you. I am, because I'm not crafty. I bought a $1 map and went with it. And it works, so it's fine. But keep it simple. You can do more than just a $1 map. You can have your name back there or whatever you want to put up as far as a little sign or something. But keep it simple and clean. You don't want it to be too busy. You don't want a ton of colors and patterns and all of that coming at them. Same with your attire. Wear something solid. Don't wear a really super busy, loud, Hawaiian shirt. Save that for when you go to Hawaii with your VIPKID check. Yeah. Make sure you're clean, neat. You don't want to be like, I guess you could messy bun it, but if that looks good on you. But don't be gross, don't be dirty. It's common sense, but really it's not for some people, so we have to say it. So that's number 8. Keep it neat, keep it simple, keep it clean. Along with the attitude and rapport, number 7 is going to be your energy level. Keep it up, 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 up. Don't go to your interview like this. This letter we're going to talk about is P. First of all, it's way too many words. You don't say all that. But even if you just said P, Okay, H. 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 This is an H. Who wants to listen to that? I would totally skip that class. So keep it exciting. Don't be fake. Don't be like, trying to be somebody else. Don't copy YouTubers. I mean, you know, you follow what they say, but don't try to be them. Be yourself. Keep it excited and high energy without being over the top and fake and loud, but be positive. Be smiling. Smile while you wait for them. I'm listening. I'm waiting. I'm patient. I'm happy to be here. That's the message you want to give off, okay? High energy, lots of high fives. Don't be down in the dumps. Nothing kills a lesson like a down in the dumps teacher. I mean, really, we've all been there, right? For me, it was in social studies. I'm not gonna say what year, because he might watch the video. You never know. Okay, number 6 is pacing. And I gotta be honest, this is something I struggled with. I was a little bit over on my interview. I was way over on my mock 1. Had to do a mock 2. Pay attention to the pacing. You basically have 10 minutes, right, for this interview. That's 1 minute per slide. So you might go through the first couple slides a little faster, then take your time on the last few, but you don't want to end early and you don't want to go over. So practice that. That is what will help that. My interview, listen, you guys, my interview process was so fast. I found out about VIPKID at like 7:30 one night, interviewed at 2 a.m. that same night, did my mock 1 the next day, mock 2 later that same day, and was hired by Saturday. So I found out about it on a Wednesday, and I was hired by Saturday. It was a whirlwind. I was rushing, and I did not practice enough, and that is why I struggled with pacing. So you need to pace yourself. Pace, pace, pace. Practice, practice, practice. That's the best way to get through that, okay? Number 5 is be sure to elicit full sentence responses. And with this, it can be tricky because we're not used to that, right? Like if you haven't taught online or not in teaching right now, or even if you are, you don't make your students always respond in full sentences, but with VIPKID we do. So if you say, what color is the balloon? Which is not at all something you're gonna say, but let's pretend, what color is it? And they say orange. It is orange. Make them say it is orange or whatever the answer is, right? You don't let them say one-word answers. Always encourage them to say it in a full sentence, and if they don't, you just demonstrate that. That's where demonstrating comes in handy, right? You can demo that. So if they say orange, it is orange. And I always shake my head. I still do this with my kids today when I'm teaching, not just in the interview and stuff. I'm like, yes, it is orange. So they know you're right, but I want you to say, it is orange. And they always say it. So they'll know, and the mentors will know, but they will test you on that. So make sure you're paying attention and watching for those one-word answers. We don't accept that. So make sure you always, always, always get a full sentence. Okay, 4 and 3 are to pay attention to the lesson objectives and target sentences. You will have something totally different than what I did probably, right? It's been a while. I mean, you guys can submit your interview on your own video now. I couldn't do that. So things do change. We are growing rapidly. It's a really good thing, right? But your target sentences may be different from all the people on YouTube out there, or your lesson objectives might be different. So look at your specific lesson objectives and target sentences, and when you're practicing, make sure that's what you're using. I think mine was this is a, or it is a. Others have been do you see, or what do you see? I see a ball, whatever. Pay attention, because that's what you want to use the whole time. Don't switch back and forth. I kind of did that. And it was not good. I had watched YouTube and people had said, what do you see? So I thought, well, that's fun. What do you see? I see a ball. But no, I was supposed to say, what is it? It is a ball. So pay attention to those target sentences. Don't make the same mistake I did. With that, also the lesson objectives, make sure when you're practicing the lesson that you're hitting those lesson objectives. Those 2 things are not something to ignore. So that's why they're high up on my list. Okay, number 2 is another thing that they're going to try to catch you on, synthetic phonics. The mentor teachers, when they're doing your interview, they will absolutely incorrectly say the sound of a letter and want you to correct it. So if your letter is F, oh, that's bright. If your letter is F and you say F, and they say F, F. So you say and have them repeat it. And I do this still with my students. There are students who do this, and that is an important part of VIPKID. We use synthetic phonics. So when they do, I correct them. And again, I'm smiling, but I'm saying no this time instead of yes, because they didn't get it right. So when they say pa, pa, I say pa, pa. And they say pa, pa, because they don't hear it, right? They don't know. And I say pa, pa. And it sometimes takes 3 times with a student, maybe even 4, for them to hear the difference of what I'm saying versus what they're saying. But mentors probably aren't going to take that many times. Once you correct it, they'll say it correctly for you. But it could also come at the end of a word, so pay attention to that. If they say big, and the word is big, and they say bigga, pay attention, big. We don't want an at the end of a word. So synthetic phonics, big deal. Listen for it and correct it when they are incorrect. Now, when you are correcting it, you are not going to say, no, don't say pa. Instead, say pa. It's too many words. Incidental language is number 1 on my top 10. And one reason it's number 1 is because I used a little bit more incidental language than I should have. And it is changing. They're really cracking down on that now. So I did not get points taken off for that. They didn't really mention it. In fact, in my interview demo, I said, I think the thing was when there's 2 letters, and I said, circle what starts with C. That's too many words. So this is my little correction video. You don't want to say all of that. When you have 2 letters and they're supposed to, that's an 8. That's totally not a letter. You have 2 letters and they're supposed to say, they're supposed to choose the picture that starts with, actually I think you have 2 pictures, and they're supposed to choose the one that starts with the R. And so let's say they have a picture of someone running and a picture of, I don't know, cake. And so you'll circle it and say, run. And they'll say run. And then you'll circle the R and say, And they'll say, And then you'll circle the cake and say, cake. Cake. And they'll say cake. And then clear the screen so you haven't circled anymore. Clear it. And then circle again and say, run. And then circle the R, Circle the cake, cake. So you're not saying all those words. Cut out the incidental language. Then what you do say is you say, circle, Circle, And you can even point with arrows to the cake and the runner just to let them know they're gonna choose one of those. But you don't say, choose one of these. Circle which one starts with R. You say, circle, and get them to circle the runner. So incidental language is huge. They don't understand all those words. It goes along with the TPR. You're using your hands, right, to avoid the incidental language. When you are correcting their phonics, like I said, you don't say pa, that's not right. They don't know all that. Just say pa. So you're just correcting them. Anytime you're correcting them, I get their attention. I shake my head no or yes, whichever one. If it's a complete sentence, yes, you're right, but I want you to say it is a sun. Okay? You don't say all that. You just, it is a sun. You're saying that with your movement. Okay? That's what I'm demonstrating here. You're saying all of that without saying it. It is a sun. Then they say it. You don't have to tell them to correct it because they hear, oh, that's what she wants me to say. Okay? So avoid incidental language, and that is number 1. So we've gone through all 10. I'm like David Letterman. I mean, seriously. I hope that helps you. Those are some of the mistakes I made. Some of the things I did right that now they are cracking down on. And just a real quick glimpse of what they're looking for in general for this interview process. If you want the full list of criteria, check out my Rock the Mock classes. I've got everything listed for you with information on how to do it. I hope that helps. Go out there and get your interview scheduled. If you don't have a link to sign up yet to get an interview, check out the comments below and you can click on my link and I'd be happy to help you out. See you guys next time.